with your power in Hollywood, would you try to maybe be the character to maybe kill Jar Jar? Go down in folklore or something?
No. I mean, why cast more attention on that fucking guy? You know, even a death scene is too good for him. Just basically let it happen off camera. Have somebody go, what happened to Senator Jar Jar? Killed. You know. Now on with the real movie and shit. That's the one I'm looking forward to, because that will always be the trilogy to me, right? Like, well, not this new one. That's the second trilogy. But the first one, that's the fucking trilogy. That's why it was so disheartening to live through the Lord of the Rings over the last few years, because suddenly that became the trilogy to a lot of people. People are like, have you seen the trilogy? I was like, yeah, I saw it when I was a kid. They're like, no, the Rings. I was like, motherfucker, there's one trilogy. There's not fucking more than one. Because Star Wars, you know, it's an adventure fucking story. Those Lord of the Rings movies, as good as they looked, and as wonderful a director I think Peter Jackson is, because I was a huge fan of Heavenly Creatures, they're fucking movies about walking. You know I'm right, because people go, he's right. That's it. It's just 3 fucking movies about motherfuckers walking. And they're all walking to a fucking mountain to pitch a ring in it. You know, that's it. To a volcano. That's all they do is walk. The first movie's fucking this. That's it. It's the whole fucking first movie. Second movie is this. And the fucking third movie is... So I couldn't understand what all the fucking excitement was about. 3 movies about fucking walking. And then that third movie had 46 endings to it. Like, that movie just kept ending and ending and ending. Like, there's a point, you pitch the ring in the lava, shit's done. Send me the fuck home. You know, it's finished. The walk is over. You know, unless you're going to do a trilogy about the walk back. But it kept going. Like, first they pitch the ring in, and then fucking Gollum shows up, and then they fucking fight, and then a bird picks him up, and then they take him back to the Hobbit land and shit, or the Shire. And then fucking all of a sudden somebody's like, we got to go. We're catching a boat. Like, what? What does that have to do with anything? There's, you guys stick behind, man. You take care of the book. And the end of the movie is a dude literally writing in a book, which is like the least cinematic thing you could possibly do. And I know, because I make the least cinematic movies imaginable. Like, this movie that was all about grandeur and fucking amazing creatures and shit ends with a dude going, and then they all got on a boat, which is something we just showed you, and went someplace where apparently Sam can't go. But that left me to be the pimp of the Shire. The movie ends with them writing a book. And dude's going off on a boat to Never Never Land and shit. Like, it's so weak. The ending of that movie I thought was rather clear. I thought it was the moment when Frodo wakes up from his coma, you know, or whatever he was in and shit, and the little hobbits, little gay hobbits, are jumping up and down on the bed. Merry and Pippin, whatever. And, because they were clearly fucking gay. They're fucking, you know, it's the first time in the movie people aren't walking, because instead they're bouncing on the bed. I mean, admit it, even the trees in that fucking movie walked. So the little gay hobbits are hopping up and down on the bed and shit, and then fucking, you know, everyone's happy that Frodo's alive. And then Sam pimps into the room and just leans against the door jamb, and he's looking at his boy in the bed, and his boy makes eye contact with him, Frodo and Sam looking at each other. And you just get this feeling, like they're looking at each other, and they're just like, we've been through some fucking shit. Granted, we walked a lot, but we've seen some shit, and we took the ring, and fucking 2 hobbits saved Middle-earth. You and I, we saw spiders, we saw giant fucking birds, we saw a lot of shit. You and I have been through the shit, like 2 Vietnam vets who made it out of Da Nang and shit. Like, we did it, Frodo. And they share this fucking look. That's the end of the movie, to me. That's a beautiful way to go out. And if you really wanted to fucking like blow the mind of the Academy, because that's a movie that won the Academy Award for Best Picture. And it was a foregone conclusion that the movie was going to make a gazillion bucks, right? Like, everyone was going to go see that fucking movie because they went to see the first 2. I always thought Peter Jackson should have just completely fucking taken a left at that point, you know? Because it's like, that's the tail end of the movie. Everybody's seen the fucking adventure story. You've gotten all the box office. Why not just go fucking nuts? Like, just do something that, like, nobody was expecting. All the people that know the books really well, all the people who are real hardcore fans of the other movies. Like, instead, fucking Frodo's looking at Sam, Sam's looking at Frodo, and then Sam tells Merry and Pippin to take a hike. And then Sam goes over and just sucks the fucking cock off Frodo. Like, just a hardcore, just this amazing, fucking awe-inspiring, luscious blowjob scene between these two hobbits. Like, just to watch the audience go, what the fuck happened? Like, did you fucking, the little guy's blowing the little guy. Fucking Jackson's lost his mind. And just like a 10-minute version of it. Like from a real porno fucking scene. Just fucking like working it and fucking, and no music, just stark. So you're just hearing like, people would just be like, what the fuck? Like, it would be amazing. I would give that dude the Academy Award right then and there. I'd be like, that's the bravest fucking move I've ever seen in a mainstream movie. Congratulations, you insane, glorious bastard. And at the end of it all, fucking Sam just bricks in Frodo's mouth. Credits.